highlighting here the 14th annual Emerging Risk Survey, which is a joint project and effort between the Society of Actuaries, the Casualty Actuarial Society, and the Canadian Institute of Actuaries. This survey began back in 2008. It's really a way for actuaries and risk managers to share their observations and their thoughts, and for us doing the report to track the evolution of risks and how risk management practices have changed over time. So Renora, what are some of the details of the way we actually have conducted the survey?
Sure. This really is a brainchild of Max Rudolph. He performs the survey every year. And what we do is we go out to risk managers really around the world to ask them their thoughts on the top risks, top emerging risks, top 5 emerging risks, as well as risk combinations. And they select risks from uh, a list of 23 risks that really fall into 5 main categories. And I'm going to try and remember them all here: economic, environmental, geopolitical, societal, and technological risks. We also ask them about uh, risk management practice. We ask about leading risk indicators, kind of what their current topics are, uh, what what areas they're looking to enhance in their current practice. Um, Obviously, this year was unique. It was the the most recent survey. This 14th survey was covered in November 2020. So we're right in the middle of a pandemic. Um, and we included questions on the survey this year about the coronavirus. I think what's unique about this survey versus some other surveys at the SOA is we really get a really a good response from risk managers. We normally have between 200 and 250 responses each year, and mostly it's focused in U.S. and Canada. But like I said, we do get some international responses, and we'll track the responses uh, by country if we have enough data.
Yeah, you're right, Renora. I mean, the risks that we're seeing and discussing all around the world are certainly increasing in difference. And of course, the key risks that are on the mind of actuaries and risk managers, they change over time. We're obviously currently living in environments where these days new risks are on our mind. There's also a set of emerging risks as well. What would you say that some of the key findings from this report are?
Well, the big obvious finding is that pandemics, that was the top current risk for the year. And I actually found that a little surprising because climate change has been, at least in 2020, we had a lot of wildfires. We had, the hurricanes and tropical storms. And actually, climate change was rated very highly among risk managers. And it's interesting to look at 2008 compared to 2020 and see the rise. But I thought maybe that may have been a little bit higher given just the environment. Uh, Another risk that we're seeing, rising through the ranks is disruptive technology. In the survey, we defined disruptive technologies as new technological advances that uh, would be disruptive or cause catastrophic economic losses.
It's interesting. I think, we're seeing all the time, and the SOA has been studying this as well. More of that happen through the way like insurtech concepts are adding new technology to the ways that insurance companies have historically operated, or perhaps even entering in or being some sort of new or emerging competitor in both the insurance and financial services worlds.
Yeah, the other thing I think is interesting is that we have this large body of work. Dale, you mentioned it was 2008, the first survey. Now it's 2020. So risk managers, they can at how uh, look at the evolution of these risks. They can look at the evolution of enterprise risk management practice, as well as use the findings to enhance their own practice.